A former federal lawmaker, Senator Shehu Sani, on Thursday tweeted that terrorists had blocked the Abuja-Kaduna highway, preventing travelers and other road users from making use of the road. Almost immediately, the Kaduna state government, through the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruwan, countered the claim, saying the terrorists only attempted to cross the highway but were engaged by security forces. In the tweet in question, Senator Sani alleged that the motorists and other road users were compelled to turn back from the road in search of alternate routes. The Kaduna state government has debunked this report. Well, now we will try to get better information about this back and forth by speaking with Senator Shehu Sani himself, who, as you may know, represented Kaduna Central Senatorial District in the National Assembly not too long ago. And to add to that, he recently declared his intention to contest for the governorship of Kaduna State on the platform of the People's Democratic Party. He joins us now from Arise Abuja Studios. Welcome to the program this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. In light of all the terrible news we have been getting all week, from train bombings to terrorists on the tarmac, just horrible stories. Can you speak on the state of insecurity in the country and your opinion on how it should be handled?
Thank you for having me once again. Well, first and foremost, my own part of the country, which is the northwestern part of Nigeria, the states of Katsina, Sokoto, Kebbi, Kaduna, Niger State, and Zamfara, of course, are today under the siege of bandits. Bandits that have been killing people, kidnapping people, extorting ransom, engaging in acts of arson. So far, thousands of villages have been burnt, and thousands of people have moved away from their ancestral lands to elsewhere as IDPs. Now, it doesn't stop there. The bandits or the terrorists have become a state within a state. They are now collecting taxes in some villages and imposing fines, and they even have sometimes a local administration. People live in fear, people live in apprehension. There is virtually a loss of hope on the side of the people as far as the capacity and competence of the government and security agencies to protect them. In my state, as you know very well, bandits have virtually blocked all access to the state. Not physical blocking, but you can't move to the state either by plane or by train or by road without the fear of getting into the hands of bandits. And unfortunately, if you divide the state into two or three, northern and southern Kaduna, in southern part of Kaduna, they are engaged in acts of mass killings and burning down of houses and also exterminating people and driving them away from their ancestral land. In northern part of Kaduna, they are kidnapping, killing people, at the same time also making life unbearable for thousands of others. Now, it's not just that. They have even moved to the city. Just yesterday, they went to the city, kidnapped people in the night, and took them away. Sometimes the hostages are taken as far as Zamfara State. Now, people should ask questions. Where is our intelligence agencies? Where is security agencies? Where is the government in all these kind of things? My point is very clear. If the government and security agencies cannot protect our people, it is high time, officially, government gives people the rights to own the equivalent of the weapons which are being used by these terrorists. And let's see who owns this country and who owns this land. We can't continue to be sitting ducks and living at the mercy of bandits who are killing people. And unfortunately, these bandits don't operate in a group of 1 or 2. They operate in a group of 100, 200, 300, sometimes up to 500. How can a nation that has been spending hundreds of billions of naira, hundreds of millions of dollars in defense and security, cannot track down and hack down these terrorists. This is a government that has made promises of restoring order, peace, and security in this country. For 7 years now, people are living in fear. So I believe that if there is anything we have to do now. If this government will leave any legacy worthy of being remembered, is leave this country a safer place than it has inherited it. For now, our people are living in terror, and people are living at the mercy of bandits, and something needs to be done now, immediately, and at this time.
Well, Senator, I'd like to ask you about the exchange on Twitter, if you could throw more light on that. And I'd also like to ask you about the gesture that the legislature is seeking to take, looking to shut down so they can get a message across, send a message to the president to take responsibility and act. I'd like to ask you what challenges the lawmakers might face if they decide to explore that option, but after, of course, you've done justice to that Twitter exchange.
First of all, I am from Kaduna State. I was born in Kaduna State. It's the only city I know, and I live in Kaduna State. And I represented Kaduna State at the National Assembly. And I am well connected to know and to get some information as far as the activities and the violence being perpetrated by these people is concerned. Not just me. Every citizen in Kaduna State now is conscious and awakened to activities of these bandits and terrorists. So if I tweeted that bandits have blocked the road and that I advise people to take caution, and then the government now responded that they have bombed them, they have repelled them, and they have cleared the road, then you have an option as a Nigerian either to take my own tweet or to take that of the government and follow the road. The options are before you. Either you take what I said, that you should take caution, or okay, follow the road because they have told you they have bombed them, they have repelled them. Follow the road. There is no any competition in that. It's all about our state. It's about the safety of our people. It is about the situation in which we find ourselves. If you have not forgotten, years ago, when I was in the National Assembly, I consistently stood up on the floor of the Senate and spoke about insecurity and the paralysis of security in Kaduna State. Many of those who are speaking today were criticizing me, were opposing me, were labeling me, were kind of defaming me as someone who is either destroying the image of President Buhari or tarnishing the image of the government or trying to paint northern part of Nigeria in bad light, because in their own image, in their own thinking, the image of the government is more important to them than the corpses of our people that are littering our own villages and our own towns. They have consistently attacked me, they have consistently defamed me for standing up and speaking about insecurity in Kaduna State and other northern part of Nigeria. So today you can see it very well. Before them and before the whole country, what I have said has come to reality. Even those who are defending government, who are defending the inefficiency and failure of security agencies, have come to realization that they were wrong. So as for me, it is about our state, it's about our future, it's about our peace, it's about our safety. What's the situation now? Now, what can the government do? The National Assembly can come up with any motion, any resolution, but it makes no effect. Because the buck stops on the table of Mr. President. He is the commander-in-chief. Mistakes were made in the past. You kept service chiefs that have expired, that have exhausted their tenure. You kept on extending them. And over 4.2 trillion was spent in the course of 7 years in the name of defense and security. It has to take the late Chief of Army Staff at Tahiru for him to come publicly and say he has inherited an office and the army and the military does not have any weapon and any funding to fight. So you ask yourself, where is all these billions that we have been investing and spending on security? The question is, how can a nation that is spending hundreds of millions of dollars on defense and security, for that country to become, for bandits riding on motorcycles with AK-47 to become so invisible?
Senator Shehu Sani,
when people are kidnapped in northern part of Nigeria.
Senator Sani,
yes.
please allow me to quickly interrupt you because we're almost out of time. Now, I know you're aspiring to be the governor of Kaduna State under the platform of the PDP. What would you do differently to boost security in Kaduna State if you are elected governor?
Well, I have a master plan to addressing the problem of insecurity in Kaduna State. But whatever I will do is not possible to achieve it without the cooperation, support, and synergy with the neighboring state. Kaduna neighbors Niger, which is another bandit-infested state. Kaduna borders Zamfara. Kaduna borders Katsina State. All these are bandits-infested states. We have to work together. But if I can say categorically, first thing I will do is to make sure that the 23 local governments we have in Kaduna State have drone stations. Drones that can provide intelligence information and launch attack directly on where these bandits are. Secondly, I will organize the locals into a defensive force and give them the necessary finance and equipment to take this war to the camps of these bandits. It's very important we do that. The next thing, the volunteers, the vigilantes that have organized themselves to volunteer to defend their town, defend their ancestral town, must be given the opportunity to do that. Lastly, I will ensure that security votes in my state goes to the existing established, constitutionally recognized defensive and security agencies in the state by providing them the equipment, the vehicles, and the necessary support they need to go after these criminals. If we don't do this, we can't just be making noise. We are tired of people are being kidnapped and the government only does nothing other than talk. Federal government must come to the aid of Kaduna State. We are in deep trouble.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining the program and shedding light on this topic, Senator Shehu Sani. It was good to have you.